Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Stack Deck. Today we are looking at the Rainbow Dragon budget deck. This takes three of these structure decks and puts them together to make one budget kind of usable Crystal Beast deck. Now, first off, I'm going to go ahead and get through the tokens. We got three of the Jesse and Ruby. We got three of the Bond with the Crystal Beasts. And we have the three Crystal Beast tokens. And that's just because we have them, right? So we have these. This stack right here is the extra cards you will not be using in out of the three decks. So that is what it is. All right. So first off, we are going to get two Rainbow Dragons. This is a very good, very powerful creature of the deck. And then we have two more of the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragons. This is the Crystal Beast variant of that, basically that same card. So that's going to get, used a lot. Next, we have three Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. This is the strongest of the Crystal Beasts, and usually the best one, and the only one you want to run three of. Next, we have two of the Ruby Carbuncles. Ruby Carbuncle is a very useful Crystal Beast, so we run it at two. Now, all of the other Crystal Beasts, we're going to run at one because we need them for the name, but they're not the greatest as far as what they do, but they're still usable. We run one Topaz Tiger, which is this is one of the ones I really like because he basically becomes 2000 once you attack. We have a Emerald Tortoise, and I like the Emerald Tortoise just because it has a high defense. We have one Amber Mammoth. We have one Cobalt Eagle. We have an Amethyst Cat. And that's it for the actual Crystal Beast monsters. Amethyst Cat can attack your opponent directly, which is pretty good, but the attack is halved if you do that. I have three Crystal Masters. You don't really want to use the Pendulum effect on this guy. You want to use his actual normal effect. And I wouldn't set up any scales with this guy. You don't want to set up Pendulum scales just because it's pointless. And you can't really do that in this version of the deck. But even if you could, I don't think you should use the Magic and Trap Zone for this. You should be using it for your actual Crystal Beast monsters. We then have two Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. I just really like this card. I think it looks cool. And it was in the structure deck, so I'm putting it in there. This is a requirement is Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring because if you have it, well, you got to use it. You know, it was a staple for a reason. So that is all of the monster cards that I have in this budget version of the deck. Next, we're going to go with the spell cards. And I have three Crystal Bonds, one of my favorite looking cards, and it's going to be very useful. I also run three of the Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, another new card that is useful. I actually run three of the Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. I then run three of the Rainbow Bridges. Now I run one Crystal Blessing because I wanted to have it in the deck. I run one Crystal Beacon, one Cosmic Cyclone, because it can be useful to get a spell and trap zone emptied, even if you don't use it just for your opponent. Because you just pay 1,000 life points and then target one spell or trap card on the field and banish it. If you have a trap card that you want off of your field because you want to do another play or something, this is a good way to do it. Another good way to do it and to clear some of your opponent's board is Crystal Abundance. However, I don't think you really need to use Crystal Abundance, so you don't really need this in the deck. Just because you can just go and realistically, if you're going to have four crystals, a lot of things that this deck wants to do is like OTK, or at least get a bunch of multiple versions of your boss monster, which is why you have so many Rainbow Dragons. So you don't really kind of get to that point where you need it. But if you do, you have it. Now we're going to go with our traps. So that is it for the spell cards. Now with the traps, we have Crystal Conclave. It's just a really good crystal card. You're going to need this in the deck. Some people run it at 3, but 2 seems fine. I also run 2 Crystal Miracles. Another pretty good card. Crystal Brilliance is one of the cards that came in the structure deck. I feel like it could be useful. I wanted to throw it in here just in case, but sometimes it's not really needed. Next is Ultimate Crystal Magic. This could be a really good card. I've seen people run it at 3. I only have the 1 in here. You can add a second if you like. It just kind of depends if you're going to end up needing it once you start playing the deck. It also depends on your kind of style. My style is all out attack. A lot of the decks I play are like beatdown decks like Familiar Possessed. So I try to go that route. So that is all of the trap cards. Next is the extra deck monsters. So it's pretty simple. We only got 2 extra deck monsters for this deck. So we run each at 3. This guy's still over here. So you got 3 of the ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrives and 3 Rainbow Overdragon. Basically, you have it, so you got to use it. Let's see. I think it's pretty good. I like this deck. I like Crystal Beasts. I haven't been into Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time, and this is one of the first things I knew I had to buy. Because when I wanted to buy it before, it was kind of sold out everywhere. And the reason it got sold out everywhere when it first came out was because it was a reprint of Ash Blossom, and it was one of the cheapest ways to get it. So I ended up not getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh at that time. But when I wanted to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, which is now, it's actually cheap. So these structure decks right here, you could buy a set of 3 of them for $24 on Amazon. Even though this does say it was like $11.99, it wasn't. It was just 3 of these for $24. I've seen also on Amazon there are full cases of 8 of these structure decks, and those are $45. I don't know if you really need a reason. Unless there's like a few cards, you almost can get away with running this not even having a full 3 decks of like the structure decks. But if you want to have a bunch of extra Crystal Beasts, then that would work for you. What I personally do is I'll have this structure deck, and then I will have it just how it is in a deck box. Untouched. I don't touch anything of it. So that's one deck I'd have in my collection. The second deck I'd have in my collection is the budget deck I made. So that budget deck I just made, I would have that in a separate deck box. And then I would have a third deck box, which is my actual Crystal Beast deck, which isn't just card from this. It would be card from anything. So that's kind of how like I do my collection. But I like having like the pure versions, like the Konami version, the budget version, and then my own version. And I just like it that way. Then I can also do like tournaments and stuff like that. So I can just pull out whatever. So I can do like, oh, well, I want to do a budget Red Dragon Archfiend versus a budget Crystal Beast. And I can do that no problem. Or if I want to just do structure versus structure, I can do a Dark World versus a Crystal Beast and just go one-on-one that way. So I like having it that kind of set up, but it is what it is. You have to kind of choose what you want. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that subscribe button down below. It would help me out a lot. I actually remembered to have this border right here because I didn't remember until the end of last episode. So that kind of sucks. Now I won't be able to see how these do until I post them. Just because, like I said, I have my actual phone right here recording. And you can see that too. So I have my phone recording what is on the ground. I have my webcam recording me. I have a green screen on the screen. And I'm going to try to throw all of it together and then match the, I guess, volume. And hopefully it all looks okay. If not, you just have to let me know. Do you want webcam? Do you not want webcam? And so on. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget the game like a god. Thanks for watching. Peace.